specific one to start with because we've just done an abstract session. Be useful for you to also see a more concrete session. By the way, cultures of the world go from abstract to specific. So if you live in Vancouver, and many of you do, you're going to work with all different kinds of people. Now, when people are at a turning point in their life, and many people, when they take coaching, they go way up, like Galina did, into the place where she's developing a vision. This is absolutely appropriate. It's exactly what people do to get one. First, you have to go find one, right? However, this is something you meet fairly irregularly. You would meet one in a place like this, where somebody's taking a course that could transition them into a new career. However, if most of you are coaching in business, you're much more likely to meet very specific project-focused goals. Or if you're working, say, in education, you're going to meet people who have got a certain deadline, something to accomplish, and how are they going to get there? So there's a variety of different coaching areas, which is what we started with this morning. There's an area we call inspiration, and the area we call implementation. So moving from inspiration to implementation is a fairly major piece. A lot of coaching happens here, which will be Module 2. Right now, we're learning the first elements of coaching, and getting inspired is a very key part of it, which is exactly what Galina was working on. So everybody, who's got a more specific goal, and I'll just do a more specific demo. Did you put your hand up? Okay, come on up. Follow along with your coaching arrow. Notice if you can follow the elements as we go through them. I'll still pull down the yellow curtain, but follow along anyway, specifically with the outcome frame. See if you can notice before I mention what elements of the outcome frame we're going to listen for. Diana, thank you.
You're welcome.
I noticed you sort of, your hand up like that.
Mine is much more specific. It's only about one thing, so I thought it would apply.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
What have you got?
Sure. I'll try, but you can remind me again.
I think you have, the idea is to treat it like an ice cream cone.
Okay.
So Diana, we've got a short session frame, 10 to 15 minutes. What if you could just accomplish something important to you? Something really specifically important in the next 15 minutes. What would you like to achieve?
I would like to come to a place where I understand why I'm not making progress on my book.
Okay.
It's very specific.
Okay. Now,
Did you want me to go sit down now?
No. No, your comments are perfect. So everybody, I'll just use this piece here and just put that aside, thanks. I'm going to invite you to help me coach. So was it stated in the positive? No. So did you notice that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah?
And I just wanted to point out something else I learned in different programs. If you want somebody to understand something or to know something, that's not measurable.
That's correct.
But if you find a different verb that is measurable,
right.
You could maybe identify the reason why I've been procrastinating, or.
Okay. Well, that's fine. What you've said is that what we need is a focus on action. If we're going to take action, we need to focus on action. Great. Thank you. Okay, so you want right now to make progress on your book.
Yes, I do.
Great. And now on a scale from 1 to 10, if 1 is very low progress on your book, and 10 is great progress on your book. Where would you say you are right now? How are you progressing?
2.5.
2.5. Hey, got it. So you've actually made some progress on your book.
I have written some, yes.
Hey. And so how did you get up to 2.5?
It was very difficult.
Uh-huh.
Really had to focus in and make the time, and sometimes making money becomes more important than writing the book, and I have to remember that I need to write the book.
Okay.
So I'm trying to work and accomplish that at the same time.
So you've had to remember to write your book.
Yeah,
Now,
continually.
you want to use this session then to make progress on your book. Play with me for a moment. Just suppose you were doing the most enjoyable part of writing your book. The most enjoyable part. And it was moving along. What might you be doing?
I'm spending time alone, not being distracted, and developing ideas for the book.
Aha. So you're focusing. You're alone.
Yes, I'm alone. There's not distractions. And I'm developing ideas that I have for the book, yeah.
Got it. How might you do that, Diane?
I think it's mostly about time management. But many things are important, so then, 24 hours and 7 days isn't quite long enough to fit all those things in, right?
So you're talking about scheduling here, is that correct? If this was,
Maybe.
I don't know if this is a week, is this a day? If this was a time frame, and in it there was this opportunity for writing your book. First of all, is this a day or a week?
It's a week.
It's a week. And as you look at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just see Diana, there she is going through her week with all the things she's doing. And she's also focusing, and she's developing her book, and she's spending at least some time alone doing that. How's it happening?
Well, it only can happen if I push everything else out of the way for one of those days, which is sometimes so difficult that I can't do it.
So, in the past, it's been hard. Is the book worth it for you?
Absolutely.
So this book is so valuable, you're willing to push some of those things aside.
Yes. Well, I guess I haven't really been pushing the things aside. I have been trying to do all of the things and write the book.
And you're now choosing what? If you're looking at this week and you're saying, I'm going to, and I don't know if you're going to, make progress on my book. Are you making a little bit of progress, like an inch at a time each week? Are you making leaping progress? Are you making...
So you're talking about in the past on an average
well,
week?
you've moved it up to 2.5.
Yeah. We could put that into about a 2-year span.
2-year span. Hey. You've been moving your book up to 2.5. And now you're interested in, if you could begin to design what you want in this week, how would you make it happen to move this further? Making progress.
Well, I guess I have been doing it. I do one contract that's 3 days, which should really be 4 days, and I have worked, instead I'm working 3 10-hour days instead of working 4 8-hour days or whatever. So I'm kind of trying to set one day where I'm not doing that contract or the other contract or my coaching. But then clients come and you want to accommodate them on their time that they have, and then do you know what I mean?
So you've been giving away some of your precious time. Is that what you mean by, you know what I mean?
I guess I am.
Okay. So I'm just going to invite you to take a look at this. We're almost to the end of our time.
Okay.
And what's the game do you want to play here? Do you want to move this up, say, 1 point in the next month, or 1 point per month? Or if you're making progress on your book, how would you know if you got your result?
I actually wanted to finish it by the end of this year. I don't know if that's actually doable.
Okay.
I made that plan in January, and I haven't made that much progress since between now and then. So,
if you had a goal that would bring back your experience of what has you write your book, where you're focusing, developing, you're working alone, and it's progressing, what would be the best possible use of your time over the next year? What would you be doing? Would you be giving yourself 1 day a week or half a day a week? 1 day every 2 weeks?
I think I would like it to be at least a day a week.
So how will you do that?
Well, I've done a little bit of that by, I already told you how I moved my hours for the one contract. And I'm attempting to have 1 day to write the book. I guess it's just the distractions.
Well, maybe you can't handle them. Some people never write their books, you know. They let the distractions just take them down, and they never write their books, no matter how important they are. What about you?
Yeah, that does something for me. Use that, it works. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to write the book.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. I got your tone of voice. That sounded like determination. So you got 1 minute to tell me how.
Well, in 1 minute, I think I'm going to figure out a way to
I'm going to give you 3
not have
opportunities here.
distractions.
Okay, so 1 is you're going to move beyond the distractions.
Okay.
See yourself doing that. What will you be doing? What kinds of things?
Dropping my cell phone in the toilet.
Oh, I got it. So you're going to hide your cell phone for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Hide your cell phone. Will you do that?
I can turn it off, sure.
Okay.
I'll be much less available.
Okay. So you're going to buy yourself some time here by hiding your cell phone. What else?
I guess I have to find a place to work.
Okay.
Because sometimes working at home does not work for me.
Okay, so now I heard a really thoughtful tone of voice there about finding a place to work. Have you got, is that a beginning project? Would that take a little thinking through, or is it doable?
I don't know what to do about that.
Okay, so this is a big question mark.
Yeah, I don't have that worked out in 1 minute.
Okay. Okay, so by when are you going to get started on this project in such a way that you hit your own experience that you're moving it?
I would like to do it when I get back. Like this month, I would start this.
Okay, and forgive me, but I've forgotten where you're from.
I'm from Cochrane, outside of Calgary.
Right. Okay, so you're going back to Cochrane, and that at the end of your period of practicing coaching
Yeah.
here, you're going to start this project. Is that what I understand?
Yes.
Okay, so give me a potential date.
For starting the project. So by the end of July, 1 day a week.
End of July, 1 day a week. You've got about 30 seconds. Just describe that day, what you're doing. There's that day that you give yourself 1 day a week. If you were to see Diana, who's giving herself time to focus, she's alone, etc., tell me what you see in the picture.
Well, I see myself completing my morning routine fairly quickly and getting to work.
What's the expression on her face like when you see her?
She's pleased, focused. And producing.
Do you like what you see?
Yes, I do.
Diana, your
you.
paper.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
What was the value of that for you, Diana?
I don't know. It's like several times I've needed confirmation that something magical is not going to happen in order for me to write it. Does that make sense? And it's not just been one person. It's, several times.
So, what was the value of that for you?
Well, it's about that your behavior has to match what you actually say and what you believe, right? So if I'm actually going to write the book, I actually have to do it, right?
Hey.
I don't know. It's about, the thought of will you not get it written was like, oh no, yeah, we're not going there. So that was really helpful for me to move in the other direction, because really I'm choosing to move in the direction of not writing it because I'm not doing it.
And you just took that and threw it away. I watched you.
So what did you see me do? Was it my expression, or what did you?
I was watching your expression.
Yeah, interesting.
For me to say I saw the light come into your eyes might give you a clue. Did you have a inner sense of what was going on for you?
Well, it really affected me when you said, some people don't write their books. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not one of those people.
Diana, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's give her a hand. Now, once again, I gave you a lot more in this session than I'm asking you to do. You noticed a few things because, once again, we had a very interesting client picking the biggest challenge in their life, which is fine. And it's not what you'll normally meet. You'll normally meet people who've got challenges, and they start to work with you, and they start to make their challenges pretty quick. You would do this too, Diana. Bite size. Okay, so what did you notice about that session? Yes?
You said negative.
Oh, you bet I did. Yeah. But did you notice that inside the negative was a positive? It was like present. It was wrapped in a negative. And you're going to learn how to do that. It's called challenging. And in Module 3, you'll learn all about challenging. But it's a negative it's a positive wrapped in a negative. It's a very different thing than the kind of cynicism that kills people. Okay, what else? What did you notice? Yeah.
It was easier to get a contract this time,
Yeah.
but more difficult in terms of the commitment and the
Every session is different. And so sometimes people, let's find our arrow here. Sometimes people have been talking to themselves for quite a long time about what's hard. And so they've already built a bunch of emotions. Now we're going to go into that tomorrow. How to assist people to move beyond negative emotions. Notice, we didn't go into our negative emotions, did we? We didn't even land there for a moment.
very quickly. Yeah, the way she was stating it at the beginning was like so much. Her focus was more into what is on my way in order to reach the benefit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not done.
So that was a good example of something that's stated in the negative, and it was not measured. We made it measurable. It was achievable, but not realistic. Did you notice that? She had to make it, because at this point, she had loaded herself up with 1,000 things, and she hadn't made, even though it was achievable, she hadn't made room for it. Did you notice that? So what she needed to notice was how relevant it was. Once she got the relevance, and once she built the time plan and made it measurable, now she was beginning to get the specific steps to make it happen.